Okay, so we're going to now take all this stuff that we prepped last week and we're going to use it to create a brand, a logo, and a product. Now the brand will be showing in your logo and your product. So it will kind of create itself. So I'm going to need to make some space right here. Right, but I still have all this information for later. What I really need right now is this right here. Fun, belly laugh, quirky. So I'm actually really liking the word belly laugh. Sorry if you hear my kid in the background. She's just being a monster and walking around. So I am actually going to use Belly Laugh as the name of my company just because I like it. Belly Laugh Sharpeners. Right? Which kind of leads to this where you're like, what? Belly Laugh pencil sharpeners? That's weird. So now I'm going to come up with a bunch of thumbnails and a mock-up. This would be an icon and a text. Now, you don't need both icon and text for your logo. A logo can be either icon or text or both. And this icon can look like a bunch of different ways, and this text can look a bunch of different ways. For example, you guys have all seen this. This is an icon, but every now and then they add that to it, right? So by adding this, then now it becomes both, right? Or for example, I'm going to butcher this one, but that's fine. Coca, and then it's all swirly. Cola is text, but it's lettered, right? Just to make it look all swirly and pretty and cool. Let me think of one more. The Apple icon, we kind of showed that before. This is just an icon, and it's not actually a computer, right? Because what they sell is computers. But it tells you about the company, and it matches their brand because it's all shiny and new and all that stuff, right? So whenever we're thinking about our logo for our company, we can think of an icon, text, or both. So because my company would be a relatively small company, I probably want both an icon or text or just text. The larger your company is, the more likely you can get away with just an icon. So for example, if you're going to be a luxury car manufacturer, you could totally get away with just an icon, like, right? But if you're going to be a much smaller company, you're probably going to need to put your name in your logo, right? But if you're going for giant brand luxury, you can get away with just the logo, right? So since my name is going to be Belly Laugh, maybe we can kind of like do this and turn it into a belly. I like this one a lot. Okay, so then we're going to do that one. I'm going to get my ruler here, and I'm going to rotate it. Oops. And I'm actually going to use my ruler. Jen, please get off. To create lines for me to draw my logo in. And what this will do, I'm actually going to move that up there, is it will keep my lines even throughout the whole thing. I'm going to add a layer so that I can erase. So if I was doing this... One second.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, June. Okay, so I got my things. I'm going to put away my ruler. Okay, so I'm going to move to a new layer. You could do this with pencil and then draw on top with a pen. So we're going to see what we can do now because belly laugh is supposed to be kind of like funny. I probably want this to appear. Not sure I like that. I want it to appear kind of blobby. I don't want it to be sharp and clean, right? And here I've hidden something, which lots and lots of companies will do. And it kind of matches that whole message. So right here I have a smiley face. Was that planned? No, it was by accident, but I'm going to keep it because it's brilliant. Okay, so we got our belly, and then we want laugh. I'm wondering if I can make this U into something that would be more like a smiley face. Okay, and then there's one more thing, one more mistake I feel like I've made. There are two different lines right there, right? And I want to make sure that they are actually all kind of on the same line so that when it's published, it looks nice and even. So I'm going to see if I can fix this G. And maybe that U too. Okay, I'm kind of hating the U. I think I'll just keep it the way it was. Like that. We'll go through, fix a couple things. So remember, this is going to be my mock-up. So I'm going to get feedback from people. I'm going to get rid of the lines underneath. So I would have drawn this in pencil, gone over it with pen, and then erase the lines underneath. And that is what my logo looks like. Now, I did make a mistake here, which I probably will need to fix. Right here, my U got mashed up with my G. Now, I'm not expecting this to be perfect, so I'm not going to worry too much about fixing every detail. But in my final, I would want to fix that. That would be a note I'd leave to myself, right? So I got my logo, and now I have to look at my product. Now, we drew our products already. This was my product. This rough draft really matches what my belly laugh is about. So I have these colors that I already picked out right here. If I have a pencil, I might say, if you guys only have pencil, you might say like, oh, no, I don't want to add some color. I'm going to keep my image really classic. Or you might say like, here's a note, this is going to be blue. Here's a note, this is going to be yellow. Here's a note, this is going to be this, right? But let's figure out what the packaging would look like. Okay, so I think this is going to be my design for my company. So if I was to turn this in, what I would want this is what I would turn in. I would turn in this that I used my colors. Obviously, if you don't have a tablet or you're not using one, then this is not going to be your. Oh my goodness, this is not going to be on your thing. But you need to have at least your logo, your product, right? And I would like to see your process. Now, this is going to be reviewed by other students, so you need, for them to review, at least have your logo and your product. And they're going to be telling you what they think you did well, what you can improve on, just like we would in class. Yeah, let me know if you guys have questions in the discussion forum, and good luck.